What up, YouTube? It's Luca, and welcome back to another video, which could potentially be the start of a new series. So, in this episode, I'm gonna be taking a look, or rather a look back, at one of the most popular Minecraft creepypastas slash horror series, the Herobrine Documentary. So, there's a lot to explain, basically, but if you don't know what Herobrine is, then, well, I guess I could explain it to you, but the videos that we're about to watch do a pretty good job of explaining it themselves. And with this video, I'm just looking to kind of have a good time, as I said, have a look back on this series as a whole. Because if you didn't know, back in when I was still a child, basically, I mean, I'm 18 now, and when I was 11, 12, 13, somewhere along those lines, when I was, about 11 or 12 years old, this was some of the most popular videos on YouTube, this series of the Herobrine Documentary, which basically, they basically tell the tale of probably the most famous Minecraft creepypasta. And these videos are also just really well structured, and I haven't actually seen these in probably about 4 years. So I thought, why not make this video, have a good time, have a look back on the series, and get scared again, because I've basically forgotten everything about it. So, I'm thinking of splitting this up into 2 or maybe 3 parts, because as you can see, the first 2 episodes are, really long, but then after that, the episodes kind of become kind of short. So I'm thinking of doing the first 3 episodes in this video, and then do another episode on just the rest. So, the Herobrine. Who doesn't know Herobrine? I guess probably most new players nowadays probably don't know him. But the video that I'm about to watch, we're about to watch the first ever Herobrine documentary. And that video does a pretty good job of explaining what Herobrine is and why he is so popular. So I'm just going to let that video play, and if I deem it necessary, I'll just pause it and give some extra context, even though I don't know a whole lot about the original story myself. So, if you're excited, if you want me to review some other Minecraft horror series or horror series in general, then leave a like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Also, I should probably mention a link to the original producer and these videos. Everything, all the sources are down in the descriptions. I'll make sure to put it there, so you can watch them yourself after you're done with this video. And let's start with the first ever Herobrine documentary. Alright. Okay, today we're going to have a look at one of the most terrifying game characters ever created. On November, a man called Marcus Peterson, or person, I don't know how to say his name, he released Minecraft. And there were a lot of versions on the game, but something was weird about the alpha version. So this is where the original story comes from. People started talking about someone or something watching the player from a distance while playing in single player. People made screenshots. So this, if you didn't know, this is one of the most famous images ever on the internet, at least for people my age. This is the most recognizable Minecraft image ever. So basically, I'm not sure if they're gonna go over the whole original story, but basically, this creepypasta originated by a post. I don't know where, but someone made a post, just a normal post, talking about, yeah, basically this, that someone with a player model, only they had no pupils, someone with that model was kind of like watching them in their single player world, and single player, so it couldn't be another player. It was actually something from within the game, and this like entity, as they were called, was always watching them. They were always on like the edge of render distance. You know, you could never get too close, otherwise they would just vanish. And then, I'm not sure if they're gonna go over it in this video, but there was like a streamer, someone was streaming Minecraft, and he supposedly encountered Herobrine, and that kind of blew the whole story up. Like, that's when Herobrine really became popular. And it was later revealed that that encounter in the stream was actually faked. Yeah, we'll see if he goes over it in this documentary. Yeah, this screenshot is made in Minecraft Alpha, and as you can clearly see that there's someone watching there. Yeah, the character became more and more popular over time. People came up with a name, and that name is Herobrine. Honestly, such a cool name. It's so creepy. Herobrine became even more popular since there were more sightings. An official wiki page was even made for him. But on one day, Marcus himself, so the creator, said that Herobrine was never real. And everyone believed that, and so Herobrine became a myth. And what's also really funny is that for a long time, in every update, every major update that Mojang made to the game, at the bottom of like the list of changes, there would always be, a message saying like, we removed Herobrine in every single update. So yeah, that was kind of just adding fuel to the fire in a way. So yeah, people started, like speculating like this character is like a glitch. It's uncatchable. It's more powerful than the game itself and the creators, because, they're removing him in every single update, and, he just keeps coming back, so they have to remove him again and again and again. Anyway, let's continue watching. A mod was made that would let Herobrine spawn in your world and haunt the players. Once the player made an altar, Herobrine would spawn. He would randomly put redstone torches down and signs saying that he would get you. We tried the mod ourselves. The mod did not work, but Herobrine did. The following footage may be disturbing for certain viewers. It is all raw footage which has not been edited. Alright, so are they gonna... Alright, so this is kind of where I'm gonna have to dive into, a little bit of possibly controversial statements. So, yeah, basically this altar right there was one that people would build a lot. That supposedly, would let Herobrine enter into your world. And yeah, they're saying that the footage in this has all been unedited and it's all raw. Now that's possibly a little bit controversial. A lot of players do claim that, they edited this, it's all for entertainment value, it's not actually real. But there are also a lot of people that say, no, this is real, like, you can't fake this. It's a genuine encounter with some sort of otherworldly being. So, yeah, I'm personally not gonna, state with which side I agree. Yeah, I do think it's a really cool idea to leave it ambiguous whether this is edited or not. I do think that's a really cool idea because it just creates this mystery. It creates this fear of the unknown. And yeah, that's really interesting. So now I'm gonna run into a bit of an issue because I don't know.
Alright, this is it.
Okay, so I'm...
You ready, guys?
Okay, the trees around the altar have no leaves. This is also something Herobrine does. He builds random pyramids. That's something he also does. So I'm not sure whether you can hear me. Alright, so...
Well,
yeah, that should have worked. So igniting the netherrack should have worked. That should have made Herobrine spawn in.
Herobrine, where are you?
Okay, and then lightning randomly strikes. I'm not sure whether or not you can actually hear me, but that's something I'll figure out later, possibly. Okay, so lightning did strike, but
I don't get it.
yeah, nothing really happened. Like, it's I think they were trying to use a mod that would let Herobrine spawn in, and yeah, it would spawn him on top of the altar, but you know he's not there.
Right, okay.
So yeah, we have the confirmation that the mod
Have you checked the wiki?
indeed does not work. So I believe now they're gonna try to use a different version of the altar with like a block of mossy cobblestone in the center.
I mean, we even have the trees.
And yeah, maybe
without leaves.
try if that works,
Okay, here we go.
or just you know rebuild the altar again. You know, maybe it was just a hiccup in the system.
To help it, but you know. Well, look, it says we need them on the wiki, so I'm saying we go with it. Right.
Okay, well, wait.
Okay, so
have we got
attempt
them in
two.
the right places? Hang on, wait. Let me. Can you set the time? You know, just for the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
Just get a Facebook message. Not now, you stupid people.
Right.
Oh, there we go. Okay, good.
Should I do it again?
Yeah.
And as you can see, nothing happens once again. But yeah, that's lightning does strike again, which it also did the first time they ignited it.
No. It says this is what to do on the wiki.
But on the wiki that they're using, it says that you know Herobrine is supposed to spawn atop the altar when they light it.
Wait, is he supposed to spawn on the on that
Yeah,
thing?
he's meant to just float above.
Oh, I thought like maybe he spawned like nearby or something.
Right, so ultimately they decide to you know call this little experiment a failure, and now they're just returning home.
This way, I think, possibly. Yeah. I should have brought the compass. To be honest, that would have been a smart idea.
Oh, I got it. It's right here.
Which?
Yeah, it was north, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Then we go that way. Onwards.
I totally wasn't going the wrong way.
So now they're returning home, but their house is on fire.
Dude, Thomas is still in there. I'm gonna get them.
Balls to this, I'm getting out of it.
Okay, so our main character, he is going to get the valuables that are still in the house, but his friends are just booking it. And there he is. So yeah, he actually has a name tag. Alright, so that was the first time that we really saw him. Look, there he is. It's the same as the original story. You know, he lingers around at the edge of sight. And yeah, it's just really scary, you know, seeing him like this. But anyway, let's continue. So, yeah, his friends had already run off. They'd already made a break for it. And our main character got the valuables, the diamonds that were still in the house. So, they've kind of lost each other. And then he ends up in this snowy biome and reunites with his friends.
Guys, down here. Quickly. Water's freezing.
So they decide to take their refuge in this ravine because it's sheltered, I guess.
Are we safe down here?
I don't know, but
What the hell just happened? I hope so.
I've got no idea.
We'll put our house on fire. Seriously.
Are you sure it's only us on the server? I mean,
Hey, so now they're having, you know, the classic, they're kind of freaking out. They're kind of pondering who could have put their house on fire. Are you sure we're the only ones on the server? And all that type of stuff.
the map, like, says that the house should be here, but
Yeah, my compass was.
Right, yes, this is also very interesting. So as you can see, the two friends both have a map and our main character has a compass. And all of them are saying that their house should be here. But obviously, like, one, their house burned down. And two, this is a completely different location than where the house was. But still, all their maps and compasses are pointing them here. So that's also a very strange anomaly that I don't think ever really happens again in any of these installments.
Doesn't make sense. I mean,
So hang on. You make the altar and nothing happened. Go to our house, it's burning. And now we're trapped here with all our maps and compasses leading us over here. What's so special?
I don't know. I mean,
Okay, so now they're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out if it has something to do with the altar, these occurrences.
well, yeah, it's
And since their maps and stuff are leading them here, they're kind of trying, they're kind of looking around, they're kind of trying to find out, is there something special about this place or not?
I say we do it right here, why not?
So then our main character suggests that they build the altar again to see what happens this time.
no. Why don't you learn brain?
Someone has a torch now? I have torches.
Good. I've got the flint. Well, hang on, why are we doing this again? This, like, I don't
Right,
know.
so one of the friends is kind of, he's kind of hesitant. He's kind of asking, why are they doing this again? So they light the altar on fire, and then every single one of them, all of them, immediately get disconnected from the server. All of them.
Oh my god, let me restart the server.
Okay.
So then when they log back in, they're just in the desert in a completely different location than
Did you change the world?
everything we've seen before.
Coordinates are the same. Yeah, what's going on? Well, shall we explore the temple?
So yeah, they're kind of still shrugging off. They're saying, hey, let's just explore this temple, see what we'll find. I guess they're kind of still in denial, which I guess I can't really blame them.
Just jumping in the way of my shovel? Jesus, you maniac.
Can we, I can see a name tag over there? Can you see clearly?
No?
Yeah, I can as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm all the way up here. Maybe it's,
Maybe it's the guy that.
Right, so this is also a weird thing. So
maybe it's some sort of hack.
yeah, you know how in desert temples there's always this hole in the floor with lots of loot, but normally it's like covered with floor, but this time the hole is already open, which is also very strange.
There's only... I wonder if there's a way up.
Right, so our main character is gathering some blocks so he can build up to the top, for some scouting, I guess.
Okay. Cool. Do you need some blocks? I've got a bit of sand. Okay.
Right, so he goes up here, but then when he actually goes to look outside, he sees him and drops down to his death. And that's it, I believe that's where it ends. As you can see, Herobrine is capable of more than just building pyramids. He sets houses on fire, changes server worlds and makes players kill themselves. We have even more proof of him as he watches the same player who died. This time it was on a single player world. Yeah, so as you can see over there they have a bunch of screenshots. So this is these screenshots are from, our main character, the guy that we were following. This was from when he was playing in a single player world afterwards, I think. Yeah, so they do this a lot in other installments too. Well, they do it kind of different. In a lot of the other installments, they go back through the video and they point out that he was actually in the background of some shots, even before he made his grand reveal, which I think is a really cool idea and a really nice way to get you paying more attention. Yeah, and as you can see, he's still always on the edge of sight, just like in the original story. So yeah, everyday people say they saw him. No one believes them, but we do. We hope this was enough evidence of his existence. Thank you for watching, and I believe that's where it ends. So yeah, this I feel like this was actually pretty well constructed. I'm not really caught up on, you know, I'm not like a movie reviewer, so I don't know how to structure good plots or anything, but I think as far as like the plot goes, it was pretty engaging, the flow of events. And yeah, as I said before, this video blew up. I believe it got like over 1 million views. And this was like back in 2013, 2014. So back then 1 million views was like a lot. And yeah, I honestly don't have too much to say about it. It's like, this is like probably the start of like a golden age of Minecraft Creepypastas, this video. And yeah, I just think it's a really good video. Okay, so that was the first installment, the first encounter, as they call it, of the Herobrine documentary. So of course, because that video did so well, they had to make a sequel. So yeah, I mentioned at the beginning of this video that in this video I'm gonna watch the first 3 installments because those are the longest. And then, you know, in the next video I'm just going to watch the rest because, you know, this one is the longest out of all of this in the series. This one is the longest installment at 15 minutes. And yeah, the rest of the series is just gonna be like 7 minutes max. But yeah, this one is actually really good. I remember some things about it, but I do think this one has, I think, a better flow than the first one. Mostly because, you know, it's a little bit longer. It's 3 minutes longer, so I have more time to build up to the events. But anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's actually watch it. Alright, so this is the Herobrine documentary, second encounter. Alright, oh, I remember they used to do this. They used to do these really foreboding intros. Alright, so May 5th, 2013. So it was in 2013 when this series began. So yeah, they uploaded the document. The video went viral. Yeah, over 1 million views, as I said. And oh, I actually forgot about this. So yeah, the video that we just watched, later on, when the video was gaining, you know, it was blowing up, they came out and said that the video was actually faked. So it was not a real encounter with Herobrine. But I do believe they went on to proclaim that, you know, this second installment, as well as all the other ones, were legitimate. Those were not faked. But the first video actually was faked. So yeah, that's still a sticking point for critics, I guess. Okay, yeah, we said Herobrine himself was fake. We were wrong. So they're kind of pulling, I don't really know what you would call this, pulling this trick, but if this is edited, it is a very smart trick. If this is all edited, of course. But if it is edited, it's a smart trick, because they're making that first video where you claim he's real, and then you come out later when the video is already popular and you claim that it's faked, and now you make this video, you know, kind of poking fun of the original by showing us allegedly the real thing. So yeah, that's a very smart strategy to still keep people interested. So anyway, let's continue watching. We have a lot ahead of us. The following video contains evidence of his existence and may be disturbing for certain viewers. Alright, yeah, I believe they start everything with, I believe they start every installment. Alright, here, you may notice some cuts in the video. This is only to, you know, kind of speed up the process, cut out the boring parts. And yeah, let's get the show on the road.
This is Dylan from Cape Productions, together with Jack from Cape Productions. Say hello, Jack.
Hello.
What are we going
Right, so I'm not sure if you saw the text at the bottom, but basically the context for this recording, because, you know, why are they recording now? So I believe the context for this recording is that this guy was already running a YouTube channel before he made the Herobrine Documentary. And yeah, I believe this recording was just, you know, him recording a video with his friends about, you know, a new series or something like that.
We're doing some kind of mansion stuff. I built us a mansion, and I think we're gonna try and just survive in it. It's really dark and awful.
Right, so basically the premise is that they build a mansion and now they're gonna try to survive in it for as long as possible without getting scared, of course. So, per the rules, they're not allowed to go outside of the mansion, but, you know, in case of certain events that will soon follow, that rule doesn't really apply.
Just that I'm really excited. This is gonna be great. We're gonna have loads of fun, you know? It's gonna be a good laugh. I mean, we're manly men, so we won't get scared.
Okay. I'm gonna cut the video here, guys, and then we'll see you at the beginning of Mansion Survival Series.
So it's the Mansion Survival Series, that's what it is.
Here we are again, guys. With Jack.
Alright, we're back. And I believe now we're getting a... Okay, so now we're getting a tour of the mansion. So pay close attention, because some of this stuff will be important.
So this is like our dining room. We haven't got a kitchen.
So we've got the dining room. I don't think this room was that important. Right, so this is their rooms. They've got a room for each of them.
Then we've got our big sort of
There's the watch window. That's also going to be important later.
an Overwatch window. We've got a nice little storage room with our equipment.
The storage room.
Okay, good. So, our studying equipment.
Right, so that what's in this chest, that's all they're gonna have to survive for as long as possible in this mansion without going outside.
Logs.
10 logs, yes. 5 dirt, 10 steak, 5 melons, and then 1 more water bucket.
No wonder we couldn't afford the kitchen. Jesus.
Yeah. Build a room. What? I think
Yeah.
we're not done yet with the tour, are we?
No, we're not. There is one more thing. It's
No,
the,
this is the emergency basement
it's the
under
emergency
the
basement.
stairs.
Oh, Dylan, careful.
It looks creepy, so I'll go first.
Okay.
Can't see shit. Oh, wait, there's light. Okay. Yeah, I
So yeah, this is also gonna be important later. I might be spoiling a few things, but I don't care.
I can transform these things into plant. Would you do that?
Oh yeah. Start off with that. I think we should build that kitchen.
Hey, Jack,
Okay, so now as the first thing to do.
so, before we enter it,
Right, so now is the first thing to do in their, you know, new series. They're talking about building a kitchen downstairs in the basement. I don't know why you would want a kitchen there.
Herobrine Documentary, the one that does
Yeah.
Right, so now he's talking, our main character is talking about the video that he did, the Herobrine Documentary, and, you know, that it got really popular.
guy that gets scared really quick. So I have
What,
come over here.
So he's talking about it to his friend, who I'm not sure he was there. I don't think he was.
no.
Come on, don't be so
Alright, yeah, so
no, I'm
since
not
this
doing
is, you know, partially a challenge about not getting scared,
Sure, I mean,
our main character packed some materials in this chest to build a Herobrine altar in this world as well, to kind of spice up the series. So they're gonna build it out front, in front of the mansion.
oh, no, yeah, we can put it in. Like,
if I'm right, it should, yeah. Should be it might have 1 gold too much. Yeah, I do. Here, have it.
Oh, thanks.
So this has always been a weird thing for me, because there are several incarnations of the Herobrine altar, and yeah, one thing I find so weird is how some of these variations have just 9 gold blocks, but some variations have this, just 8 gold blocks with some mossy cobblestone in the middle. I'm not really sure where the differentiation comes from, but I always thought it was just a little weird detail about these altars.
Put that one on top. Get these torches around, and I'm gonna give you the honor to do it.
Okay.
You ready?
No.
Right, so they're gonna light the altar now.
I mean, come on. What's the worst thing that could happen?
That's a good point. It's not real. It's not real. Boom.
I got you there, didn't I?
Alright, so there they had a little bit of a fake out, you know.
Should have.
Or the friend thought something was gonna happen, but yeah, our main character just confirmed that he in fact did not install the Herobrine mod onto this server. So yeah, he just did a little bit of trolling. Yeah, so anyway, the mod is not on the server, otherwise Herobrine, you know, should have spawned above the altar. And yeah, now that's the end of the first day, so now they're going to sleep.
We need to get that kitchen done.
Okay, so now they're gonna start building the kitchen for real. And then he looks out,
Sure. I
and
don't have anything.
yeah, that's kind of concerning.
Is it me or fire or not?
Alright, so the fire has gone out
Yeah.
on the altar,
It cannot raid it.
which, you know, is kind of weird, but it's nothing earth-shattering until you remember
Talking about.
that, you know, fire, that, you know, that until you remember that netherrack is supposed to burn eternally.
Yeah, I've got it.
So the only way that fire could have gone out is if it was put out by a player, or a player entity, I guess.
Where am I going?
So that's definitely weird.
Yeah, go take care of it.
So our main character is now gonna take the flint and steel and just relight the altar. You know, it was probably just a glitch.
Really weird.
There we go. It's reignited again.
Alright, let's get that kitchen done.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so that wasn't really anything special. And now they're down in the basement building their kitchen.
Yeah.
Have you made yourself a pickaxe?
I haven't, no. I've just got some of the cobble that you've been mining and some of the stuff we started with.
Alright, go ahead and grab the planks. I gave you.
Okay, will
Let's
do.
make some sticks out of that. Badass.
Best kitchen 2014. Alright. I'm just gonna go take a little look out the watchtower again.
Because you like
It's beautiful, man. It's just. Oh, God.
what?
The, fire's out again.
What? No.
It
Oh
is.
yeah, so that's really concerning. So basically, to summarize what happened since the last time that I was talking. So they're downstairs in the basement building the kitchen. And our main character, you know, he's mining the room. And he sends his friend upstairs to get some planks. And while the friend is upstairs, he takes a little glance out of the watch window. And when he does, he tells us that he sees that the fire has gone out again.
I don't like this, man. It's weird.
So yeah, let's go up there. And yeah, and there it is. It's gone out again.
I don't know if this was a good idea, Dylan.
And I'm not sure if you notice it, but
Just the
you know, there's
altar,
something
it's
wrong.
keeps
As you
going
can
out,
see,
so I suppose.
behind the altar there's a sign behind. Yeah, see now they see it as well. There's a sign. Wait, what does it say actually? Ooh, watch out.
Are we sure?
Imagine seeing that.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're having the typical conversation. Are you sure we're the only ones on the
If
server?
I could get you back, be fully aware aware that I definitely would, but this isn't me. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so they're just feeling each other out. They're asking, you know, did you do this? Are you pulling a prank on me?
Hey, Dylan.
Yeah.
The kitchen's done.
So the kitchen's now done. There it is. There's a random gold block within the kitchen, which I would love to have in my kitchen, IRL.
Speaking of which, let's check if the fire's still on now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in that one hole.
Alright, so they're gonna look at the altar again, you know, check it, see if the fire's gone out again. And there it is. There's his grand reveal. So yeah, there's a lot more fire. You can see him. And there's no name tag. I do find this scene a little suspicious because our main character has his HUD, you know, his hotbar turned off. So yeah, that kind of makes me a little suspicious. For I'm not really that experienced with Minecraft Java, but can anybody tell me if turning your hotbar off also disables name tags? Oh wait, I guess. Yeah, because now you can't see the friend's name tags either. So yeah, that's a little bit suspicious how they point out that he has no name tag, so it can't be the mod, but at the same time they're turning their HUD off to specifically not show name tag. So that's a little bit of a critical point there. But this is still kind of a great reveal though. So yeah, now he's gone. So by this point they're obviously a little creeped out, you know. I would be too if I saw that. Okay, so I think our main character is just gonna... He just wants to destroy the altar at this point. And then he comes home. He comes down and sees that the door is gone. Now, he did break the door a bunch of times to go outside to check on the altar and relight the altar. But I believe he always picked up the door and placed it back. But now the door's just vanished. There's not even an item to pick up. It's just completely gone. Yeah, see, not a door inside. So yeah, that's definitely very strange. He's now in their home. It's kind of terrifying. Okay, so we're destroying the altar. He's mining gold blocks with a stone pickaxe, which, you know, kind of mentally harms me. Anyway, the altar is destroyed. And it's also very interesting because the fire is set on netherrack. Which, you know, you can ask, how did those get here? Yeah, but anyway.
No, there's nothing. No. Why is the netherrack over here? Who put netherrack here? It's scaring me. I swear to God, I'm not doing it.
But alright, you know, they're still kind of shrugging it off. They're still wanting to continue with their normal mansion survival series. So they just decide to press on and go to sleep for the night. Alright, yeah, that was the first sighting. From the next footage you can tell that we weren't supposed to see him. So that's kind of a weird sentence, but I think what they're trying to say is that, you know, this footage that we're about to see is evidence that this was unscripted. I think that's what they're trying to say. So anyway, back to our timeline. So they went to sleep, and then they wake up. And then, yeah, there's this run, a sign of run, and the entire inside of their mansion is on fire. Okay, our main character gets lit on fire, so they run outside, and I'm not really sure if you can see it or not, but I think our main character sees Herobrine, like standing out there, blocking their path. So obviously they go to their emergency basement that they constructed for, just these sort of situations. Our main character is very much close to death.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Okay, so now they're essentially kind of stuck in the basement. Alright, so they're stuck in the emergency basement. The inside of their house is all on fire, and Herobrine is blocking the doorway. So, with no other options, they decide to just mine their way out of the basement to the surface to escape.
Jesus.
There we go. They've hit the surface. Right, there's the mansion. It looks normal from the outside, but of course we've seen that the inside is entirely on fire. So obviously they're booking it. They're getting out of here.
Where are we going?
I don't know, just anywhere away from. Oh, great.
Alright, yeah, so they're not really following any direction.
I'm out.
Yeah, so now this friend, he's talking about wanting to quit the server and get away. And that's very suspicious. He did say he wanted to quit. But if you actually listen,
I haven't got any food. If you got, look, we just need to keep moving because as long as we're away from.
yeah, so he was talking about, wanting to leave, wanting to quit the game, but then he gets disconnected, or then he just leaves in the middle of a sentence. So he didn't leave willingly. He was forcefully disconnected. So that's something very important to point out. So our main character is all alone now in this world, and then suddenly he gets disconnected too. And yeah, the entirety of the server has just closed down. Right, and I do find it a little weird that he's disconnected, but it says on the server that there are still 2 players on it, which I'm not sure if that's just a little bit of a delay, that it assumes that the server assumes that he and his friends are still playing on there. I don't know if it's just a little bit of a delay before it kicks in that they've disconnected, or that there are actually, 2 other people on there helping stage the video. So that's also a little weird. I will admit there are some shaky things about this video, this documentary. But yeah, I believe that's where this documentary ends, this installment. Yeah, I believe that's the end. No one truly knows if he exists or not. We only know that people claim to have seen him. We did too. We saw him. We believe you. Some say Herobrine is the brother of Notch. Oh yeah, that's also something that I forgot to mention. So Notch is that's just another name for Marcus person, or I don't know how to say the name, but Notch is basically another name for the creator of Minecraft. So Notch is the creator of Minecraft, and some have theorized that the entity of Herobrine is the soul of Notch's dead brother, just embedded into this game, which is, very morbid, first of all, but yeah, it sounds crazy enough to be true, at least to me. But yeah, Notch has stated, I believe he once stated that, he never actually had a brother in an attempt to, deconfirm the myth. He did say that he had no brother and never had one. But, you know, it's still a cool idea. It sounds like something straight out of Five Nights at Freddy's, to be honest. Some say it's fake, some say it's real. We say we saw him. We say that he's capable of more than just haunting the player. Yeah, he can alter the servers. We say he watches every single move. We say he's real. What do you think? What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below. Right, so yeah, that's where this second installment ends. So I do actually like this one a lot more than the first one. I feel like it's got a lot better of a flow to it. You know, even during the video I was already pointing out, there are some shaky things about this video that could be used to, you know, disprove the authenticity. But yeah, I think it's just got a great flow to it. And yeah, there's not really much else I can say about it. That was the second encounter. Now let's move on to the last one of this video, the third encounter. Alright, so now we are back with the final video for today, the third encounter. And yeah, this one is a little bit shorter than the previous two. It's only 9 minutes long, whereas the previous videos were like 11 and 15 minutes. But yeah, this video is also a little bit different from the others. In the others, you know, they were trying to summon Herobrine for fun, to just kind of, you know, try and scare each other with the mod and such. But this time, I believe our main character is gonna actually try summoning Herobrine to hunt him down. Which, you know, after having seen the previous two episodes, the concept of hunting Herobrine down sounds very interesting. I don't actually remember too much about this one, so yeah, I'm excited to get this started. This is the Herobrine Documentary, third encounter. Alright, on the 3rd of June 2014 we experienced a haunting. We tried to hunt down the famous yet horrifying creature, Herobrine. So yeah, they're trying to hunt him down in this episode. They're not trying to just escape him anymore, they're actually after him. What you are about to see is the recorded footage from that day. Some footage may be disturbing for certain viewers, yeah. That's basically what they say out of every one of these. We believe. Oh, that's a creepy thing to say before we start the footage.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Key Productions. It's been a very long time since...
Alright, so here we are with this guy, the G8 house was actually, he was also one of the friends in the first video. So yeah, and our main character I think stays the same throughout all of these episodes. So yeah, they've experienced Herobrine before, so now they're hunting him down, I guess.
But we're back, and yeah, it's going to be very serious this time. We are actually going to hunt down the famous Herobrine creature, which you know people have been seeing in Minecraft. People say it's fake. Some of you say it's real. After our previous two attempts, we believe it's real as well.
Alright, so they are talking about the previous two videos. They're saying, you know, some people say Herobrine is real, some people say they're fake. We've already had 2 encounters with him, which it's a little bit weird that he phrases it like that, because they've already confirmed at this point that the first encounter was faked. So I'm not really sure why they, you know, would use that as an argument as to why they think it's real. Anyway, moving on.
That it's actually real, and we're going to hunt it down, see how much damage we can do.
Alright, so they're gonna hunt him down. They're I don't think they're that confident in their ability, because, you know, they're not just saying we're gonna kill him, they're just saying we're gonna see how much damage we can do to him.
Enthusiasm! Yeah! Right. The way it's going to happen is we're going to build the altar right over there, wait until it's dark, get our
Okay, so they're gonna build the altar and then I presume they're just gonna hole up in the house and see what happens.
Jab him up good.
Now, we cannot...
So yeah, it's basically the same as the second encounter, except this time the house is much smaller and this time they're expecting Herobrine to show up. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how this one goes.
9 by... No, not that. No, it was 8.
So they built the altar again with mossy cobblestone in the middle.
4. There we go.
And then... Bing! Yeah!
There we go, the altar's completed. So from this point on, it begins.
Herobrine stuff because we have been experiencing some server stuff lately, which we don't want to get worse because of this, because we have no idea how the server problems got there in the first place. But yeah, let's just hope this works and
Yeah.
see how far we'll go. So without further ado, we're going to cut the video here and skip to the night part.
Alright, so they are already announcing that, they're gonna cut some parts of the video out. They're gonna skip to nighttime. So it's basically the same as in the second video. They're cutting some parts out to, cut out the boring parts and prevent this video from being like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
Which,
We're back.
I can still appreciate that.
All right, we're back.
Alright, nighttime.
Herobrine and the Herobrine Documentary number 3. I have
Oh, yeah.
Marv, and currently we are in our house waiting for something to happen. It's nighttime, it's snowing, dawnfall is on. This is usually when Herobrine shows up
Yeah.
in our previous attempts. Now, I'm going to go downstairs and put out these fires. Just
So this is the inside. They have some
Oh, yeah.
demonic ritual. Okay, so they're putting out the fire. They're gonna really add to the mood.
Legs. Fine.
So you can see the altar. And that's very weird. So yeah, just randomly all the torches on the outside of the house start breaking one after another.
can you see something?
Well, I mean,
Which I think it's a clear sign that they found what they're looking for. So it's now completely dark in the house.
We're in the complete dark right now.
yeah.
The altar's still on, so something is happening.
I can know. Was that him?
I don't know. I didn't see a thing. Go to the altar, see if there's any light.
There's no
Let's
like.
just take
Alright, so they're gonna go to the altar in search of, light.
Nothing's here. Are you serious? The fire's
And then the light on the altar suddenly goes out as well.
Did you hit it?
Let's just go back to the house.
Yeah, so none of them put the fire out, but it still went out.
Yeah. I mean, house.
Alright, let's go.
Walls. There's a roof on it, so we'll probably go.
Alright, and this is actually kind of crazy. So, they go to inspect the altar, they go and see, why has the fire gone out, and then they turn back, and their entire house is just gone. Just completely deleted, along with 3 blocks of dirt that it was standing on. Yeah, I forgot that happened. That's actually insane.
Did you just do that?
No. How?
Yeah, it's just gone. I mean, there's still some ladders on the ground, it looks like.
What is this?
But yeah, just completely. It's like that scene, the opening scene of Mario Galaxy, where Bowser just, cuts out the entire castle and just lifts it up into space. I like to believe that that's what happened here.
Alright. For the ones who are seeing this, we're not doing this on our own. Something is very wrong. I totally got that on recording. Got this. You got this shot.
When did it disappear?
I don't know.
We were just in it. Oh, it's been ages.
There's still some light here, so just keep your eyes open and see if you can see anything. Oh, dude, it's right there.
Alright, so our main character sees Herobrine on top of that mountain. So they're going after him now.
Keep up.
Chase is on.
See that? Where the hell did he go? Alright.
Right, but he's nowhere to be found. And yeah, that's the weird part. This is where the weird stuff really this is where the weird stuff really sets in. So, yeah, our main character saw Herobrine on top of the mountain. He charged up the mountain, but no, Herobrine is nowhere to be found. And then when he looks back, he finds that his friend has completely just vanished off the face of the earth, just like the house. Like he's just gone. And the weird part is, we didn't get any message that he like logged off or anything. He's just gone. Like he's not even gone from the server, he just got deleted. Alright, so our main character is obviously freaking out a little right now. Alright, so our main character is just gonna build some shelter and think out his next move.
Where the hell did Marv go? Marv disappeared. I just saw Herobrine. Something's not right.
Yeah, something's not right. His friend disappeared.
I'll be back as soon as I can see the sun.
Alright, so we're skipping to daytime.
It's still snowing outside, but we have clear vision again. So, what I noticed is
Right, so it's day again, but that's the weird part. There's the weird part. Their house has suddenly returned.
the fire is still off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly go back to my house.
Alright, so he's just gonna investigate the house to see if anything's changed.
And then I am going to prepare myself for the next attack. If that's even gonna happen.
Right, he's also gonna look for his friend, I presume.
He's using the environment to... I don't know what he did to Marv, or if he let it... He made him
Right, so it looks like everything is just as they left it when they were last in the house.
It's happening right now. I don't know what is going on, but everything is lighting up. As you guys can see, I'm recording all of this. What is going on? Is he putting the torches back? Alright, I need to check if we have any more stuff.
Alright, so he's going upstairs.
What the hell? The house is on fire!
Alright, so and then the house suddenly gets lit on fire.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get my
Yeah, it's suddenly all around the house. Everything has been lit on fire. So yeah, he's just taking the valuables, taking the crafting table, and just making a break for it. Right, so the fire's starting inside now as well. So it's just like the second episode. Right, there's not enough time. Yeah, the fire's spreading very rapidly. So he's getting out of there.
Thank God I'm recording all of this. The alternative.
Alright, so he's gonna destroy the altar.
This is the final...
Just in the hopes of, I don't know, stopping Herobrine, but I don't think he can be stopped now.
This is failure. We're never doing this again.
Alright, look at that. House is burning away. He's taking refuge in this nearby cave. Right, and then he just resides into the darkness. I forgot they do that. Yeah, this is something... Yeah, that's something that I think they start doing from this point on. Like, from this point on, every encounter ends with a jump scare like that. I forgot they did that, so I kind of got scared. He exists. He's in your world. He will find you. The end. So, yeah, that was it. So, okay. That was all three. Yeah, the original trilogy of Herobrine documentaries. Yeah, this third episode, I kind of liked it. I liked that they're exploring the more weird stuff that Herobrine can do. Because, you know, this guy lifted up an entire house and just flew away with it. He presumably did the same to the friend. We never found out what happened to him. And yeah, then he just ends it by jump scaring the player. So yeah, it's just, this whole series is just crazy. So yeah, that was part 1 of my Let's Watch the Herobrine documentary. So yeah, I'll be back soon with part 2, where I'll be reacting to all the other parts. I believe there's 11. and now we've reacted to 3, but the other ones are a lot shorter than this, so I believe I can finish part 4 through to 11 in one sitting. So yeah, I've been really enjoying making this video. If you enjoyed it too, then like and subscribe. I'll put all the links to the videos and the channel. I'll put that down in the description so you can watch them back again yourself if you're interested. Go show them some support. Yeah, as I said, I've been really enjoying this documentary series, and I'll be back soon. Goodbye everyone.